Get free online support, coaching, watch videos, and much, much more at www.bnbhostsupport.com. That's www.bnbhostsupport.com.
G'day, Finbar, Mark here. How are you? Hey, I'm not able to. I'm not actually able to share screen and walk through your video, but I'll just go through and give you some thoughts. I'll start with the heading or the title. It's called Byron's Beach House. I'm not 100% sure how you pronounce the place. Milestone. I probably butchered that, but Byron's Beach House. That could confuse some people into thinking that they're staying at Byron's Beach or Byron Beach. I'd be a little careful there. If you really do call it Byron's Beach House, it wouldn't confuse me, but and it clearly is in a map in a different spot. I do know Sawtell. Okay, this beautiful house was built by our grandfather Byron. Okay, all right, I understand. You could still get confused, or some people get confused. So, furry friends, welcome. I do like that. I like that. You're having a lot of guests, so you can have a lot of guests anyway. 10 guests, so that's going to use lots of linen and lots of towels and all that sort of thing. So make sure that you allow plenty of time for the changeover between guests. So if you've got guests leaving at say 10 in the morning and more arriving at 3 p.m., you need to be fairly organised. So you're going to have plenty of linen, and you're certainly not going to want to be washing and all the rest in between. So, or depending on that. So that's the first thing that I would say. It's a obviously like a 70s kind of house. It looks beautiful. I'm looking at the photo 3. Very scenic location, close to a river and the ocean. I question whether it's Patrol Beach. So you should put in those sorts of things. Photo 4 is good. I'd be tempted to just fiddle with the order of these because it's some people would call it boring. That's no offence to Byron, but the look of the house. I'd see if there was something a little bit more flattering. When you get to photos 4 and 5, they do look quite modern. And I'm at photo 9, and I haven't seen any photos of the bedroom. I would put something like you've got to get the order. The first 4 are incredibly important. So the one that you've got at 10 here, that looks really, really nice. Nice bed head. And beautifully laid out. You've obviously gone to some trouble to have these photos taken. I would be having that way before photo 10. 10's better than 11. So then you've got 13, so that's clearly another bedroom. I would be having some of these up a bit higher and you can have what's called a photo tour. So you want to do that where it actually shows you which room you're in, or which so captions and labelling of the photos is very, very important. The downstairs living and bunk area, I'm not sure that that's actually perfectly legal as a bedroom, but maybe you can get away with that. Lots of brick. I'm actually in a holiday location myself at the moment. I'd be tempted to actually put the rear photo, the one that you got at 24, I'd be tempted to put that higher up, and yeah, possibly the Urunga boardwalk. That looks fantastic. I think I'd have that a bit higher up as well. Dorrigo waterfalls, and the one at 31 showing the pictures of the beach and the creek. Make sure you put location shot so people don't think that they adjoin the property or part of it. So these are some initial observations. I'll send you a link to how you do the photo tour. Self-check-in's good. Bring your furry friend. Do you charge for people when they have guests? And sometimes people what I do with bringing dogs is, sometimes there's BYO linen or BYO dog linen, or people do have their dogs on the bed. That's kind of a given. So that's kind of a given. Beach access, Wi-Fi. Now, you do want to go and do a Wi-Fi speed test, and you rank better if you've got 100 megabits per second than if you've got 20 megabits per second. So consider being on a high NBN plan. The map's there, I can see that. You don't have any reviews as yet, so that's fairly obvious that you're just brand new. So that makes sense. And when I look at your profile, you can actually put in a lot more information about you and what's your story. I would encourage you to do that, so that because you don't have any reviews. It's a little bit harder for people to build a connection with you. I've got over 200 reviews. Yeah, now let's have a look at these check-in and check-out times. I think I'd go for 3 p.m. check-out. People can always request an earlier one. I just think you're going to be pushing it a little bit. You're going to be pushing it. No smoking, that's all good. Before you leave, turn things off. Yep. So that all looks good. I can't... Oh, you have a carbon monoxide, so that's good. I actually can't see your cancellation policy, so I think that's... but I can see your calendar. I think I'd be looking at your pricing. Yeah, and your check-in dates. I think your pricing's too cheap for peak season. So you can check in. This will let me check in on the 26th of December and check out on the 29th. I'd be tempted to lock people in for longer stays if I was you, and have custom check-in dates. So do you want people to arrive on Saturdays and leave on Saturdays and things like that? It's a little tricky around that Christmas time, but you need to think about when it would suit you, because you're going to have to do the cleaning, or someone's going to have to do the cleaning. Do you really want them arriving on Christmas Day? And let's have a look. Yeah, look, I can see you're charging a little bit higher in that period, but I think I'd be charging a bit over the top for those days. And like if you've got some checking in on Christmas Day, you can have lost nights there. So you could have people that want to check in, say, I would be trying to push people to check out on the 26th or 27th and have more people check in on the 26th or 27th. So they're called custom stays, and you need to set up your calendar before you get booked, because otherwise people will just book the dates that suit them. This is your business, and this is something you can set up to suit yourself. So I think for 10 people, $200 and something a night is too cheap, because you've got to provide the linen for that as well. And yeah, this is actually letting me take 2-night bookings, so I wouldn't be doing that if I was you. Yeah, be looking at your minimum stays. Anyway, look, I'll send this video, and if you've got any more questions, I'll send you a link to something called the Complete Guide to Hosting. If you want to go through and do some reading before you open up the calendar to the public, it will happen very quick, and you'll probably get booked fairly quick. So you want to be prepared. So if I was you, I would be setting this up right now. Okay, buddy. Any more questions, don't hesitate to message me. Thanks, Mel. Cheers. Bye.
Get free online support, coaching, watch videos, and much, much more at www.bnbhostsupport.com. That's www.bnbhostsupport.com.